Right, hi everyone. So predicted 1 to 11, still down London at the minute. So what's Rafa going to go with? Is he going to go with the 5 at the back? Is he going to play 4? Is he going to play a wing back system? We'll talk about that in a second. As you know, we are sponsored by the One Football app. It's a great app to download. You should do. It is free. Keep up to date with all the latest news. It doesn't have to be Newcastle, it can be other clubs as well, and the app also tailor makes it just for yourself as well, and it's free to download as well. Right, so now that's out the way, let's get on to talk about the predicted 1-11. So my formation, I think Rafa will play on Monday night, is a 5-4-1. I don't see any reason why he's going to change it. Yes, you can probably say the defeated Spurs were played okay defensively. Man City obviously was surprised the living hell out of them, but I do think it will be 5-4-1. In goal, pretty easy this one. Martin Dubravka, despite his error, he's still quality. He's only cost for 2 points, but he's saved for loads more, honey. So he will be the goalkeeper. Pretty straightforward. Right wing back, I think it'll be DeAndre Yedlin. There is question marks about him defensively, of course, this year, but you know he's done all right the last couple of games, so I think he picks him on. We're quite weak, we don't have many backups, so he'll be there. Left wing back's interesting because does he go if Paul Dummett is fit? Of course, this is recorded before Rafa's press conference. If Dummett is fit, do you want him as left wing back? For me, I wouldn't. I would put Richie, I'll continue to play Richie there just for this one game, and then maybe look at the next 2 home games, bringing Dummett at left back. So I would actually go Matt Ritchie. I think the 3 centre backs, I would still go Fabian Schär. Absolutely brilliant clearance off the line. I do feel the other day that Mark and Paul were scoring the defenders pretty harshly, but I think it'll be Fabian Schär. Jamal Lascelles, I also think he had a good game. Alan Shearer put him down as in team of the week. And then who do you go left on the left side? You'd probably go Florian Lejeune, wouldn't you? He can bring the ball out, ping it. The thing is with Schär and Lejeune, you've got 2 ball playing centre backs, whereas Jamal Lascelles is no nonsense. So I think that'll be with back 5, and then I do think you'll go 4 in midfield. I think it'll be Ayoze Perez will continue to play on the right midfield. I know we're looking at the likes of Almiron's back. We've got a lot of central midfielders coming back as well, but I do think Perez, because I think he's doing all right. I think he's probably been one of our better players since the turn of the year, the last 5 weeks. He seems to find this new role in a couple of substitute appearances in the Cup and scored. He seems to be finding his right midfield role. I think Rafa likes it because he works hard, and he's going to be asked to track probably maybe Jota on this one. So I think it will be Perez, and I'll go for Ayoze Perez. In central midfield, that's where it's interesting, isn't it? Who do you go for central midfield? See, I think Longstaff probably deserves it more than Hayden, but Longstaff has played a lot of games. There's question marks around Diarmé, Shelvey and Key's fitness. Do you bring them straight in? So for me, I would probably continue with Sean Longstaff. I don't see any reason why to drop him. I think he's been absolutely fantastic. And then who do you pick? For me, Hayden has to go either on the bench or out the squad completely. Doesn't want to play for the club. Yes, he's done alright the last couple of games, but for me, if I had to pick those 3 and they're all fully fit, remember this is recorded before Rafa's press conference, if all 3 are fully fit, I would probably go with Diarmé, because you want someone to win the ball back, and then that'll allow the likes of Longstaff to get further forward. I don't see what Shelvey will bring if you're playing Longstaff. Key, maybe you could possibly look at that. It's probably between Key and Diarmé, but I would go with Diarmé. And I probably, if he's fit, Rafa plays him as well, because Rafa likes him. So get that bite in midfield and allow Longstaff to move forward. Left midfield, I don't want to say Kennedy. I don't know what has happened to him. Brilliant last season. This season's been shocking, and he's been awful. So for me, Kennedy has to go on the bench, and Ellie said start line up there. But yeah, it's going to be Atsu, isn't it? Atsu, I think Christian Atsu will go left midfield. You're probably asking, well, Lee, you haven't got Almiron in there. Just don't think Almiron will start. I think he'll come off the bench and make his debut, and I think he'll be slowly integrated. It wouldn't be surprised me even the next 2 games after this he doesn't start any of them, because remember, he hasn't played any games. He's only in pre-season mode, so he's not going to start. We're no way, but it is an option if we're 1-0 down, if we're drawn, perhaps to bring him off the bench, give him 15-20 minutes and see what he can do. So that's what I would do as well. And then obviously your bench looks pretty strong. I know Rondon's going to play up top. That's pretty obvious, holds the ball up, and it's important that Longstaff gets forward if he plays, Perez in particular. So we'll get the ball to Rondon. It's really surprised me how strong he is, Solomon Rondon, and that's a weapon that I think we'll use. Looking at the bench, you're looking at a pretty strong bench, aren't you? You're looking at Shelvey, Key, there's some options there, Almiron, some good attack and threat there, Kennedy if you have to. Baraka, you might say he could possibly start in that left wing back role. That's probably what you are probably seeing in the comments. What I like about it is, I said this on yesterday's video, is it gives Rafa Benitez a lot of options this time. We haven't had this for a good probably 2 months, 3 months. And you can look at that bench and you can go, yeah, I've got Key, yeah, I've got Shelby, yeah, I've got Almiron, yeah, I've got Baraka. It gives them options, and whether those guys start and replaces any of the people that I've mentioned in that lineup, it just gives Rafa a lot more options, and it's something that we've been starved of. It's amazing how 2 bodies can come in and change the whole dynamics of a lineup or formation. How you could surprise us all and not play 5 at the back. I could be totally wrong. And of course Rondon, we know about Rondon, he's going to play up top, as I touched upon as well. How we'll play, I think Wolves will probably have 60-40 possession, but you don't win the games in possession. We all know this. You've just got to take your chances, and I think Rondon in particular can get him 1 or 2 chances because he's been clinical, and we'll get him in, we'll get Longstaff further forward, try and get Atsu a bit more into the game, because I felt like he's been a little bit disappearing the last couple of games. Get Perez more involved, go on the pace, get Yedlin bombing up, left wing back Richie, get him more involved. So we've got options from the threat, from the counter, without a shadow of a doubt. It's how you utilise that against a clever side in Wolves, who've got a lot of flair, a lot of trickery, a lot of goals as well recently. And like I said in yesterday's video, 7 places up for shout. Why can't they go and do it? Let us know what you lot think. Thanks for everybody in the live chat as well. Download the OneFootball app. Have a good night. See you. Bye bye.